Hello. So I assume you're here because you need to take your gauge cluster apart for whatever reason in your 8283 EXP. Yeah, it's not too hard. All you need to remove is this giant plastic bezel facade thing, and then this plastic glass window or whatever is part of the tachometer speedometer assembly. So first you need to get this off your bezel. So it is just one Phillips screw there, another Phillips screw there, and then what it does is the top will pop out at you, and then you gently lift up over the steering wheel and set that in a nice place, and now you can get to your gauge cluster right here without having to remove anything else. Like a lot of newer cars, you'll have to remove other components or the dash. Sometimes you have to remove the steering wheel or steering column. You don't have to remove the steering column, it's just I already had this apart. I had to repaint them, so I went ahead and I did that a few years ago. So now that you're here, it is just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then in the back there you can barely see it, another white tab, four white tabs that hold this entire thing into place, and then the plastic windscreen just has a few screw holes here and there to hold it all together. But once you get the four screws off of the white tabs, you take the entire assembly, slide it out. It's kind of difficult to do with one hand because you need to bring it out over the windshield wiper stock. That's that big lumpy one right there. And then you just set it on your steering console pillar so you can access the back. I already had everything disconnected, so what we'll do is we'll pull this around so you can actually see it all. So you slide it out the dash. Works best coming out of the pocket diagonally towards the passenger side. So once you got this thing out, then you got the screws needed to remove the plastic shielding, so you can get to the stuff on the inside. I went ahead and I replaced, I guess, all the bulbs but one with LEDs. So I gotta replace that one sometime. But I replaced the other ones with LEDs because a few had burned out over that time. So to do that, you just take these here, give them a twist, and they pop right out. Put them back in, give it a twist, and then done. But when you're fighting this over the steering column, you need to pull out this, I think it's like 20 pin plug. Maybe it's a 6. Yeah, like 20 pin plug, which is that critter right there. It'll pop out really easy. You just need to squeeze the sides while you gently pull on the gray base of it. So you'll squeeze it right here and then slide out, but only from the base. Don't yank on the cords or you'll nab them right out. And then there's the speedo cable, which is kind of just a pressure fit thing. There's this white clip here that's supposed to hold it on, but it doesn't really do much that I'm aware of. So just kind of clips on, clips off. And then when you're putting it back on with the shaft drive in there, square seal, just have to make sure that that lines up with the square in here, and then you're good to go again. So, well, that's interesting, GT. So I probably use the same dash harness on the EXP as they do with the Escort GTs. So that's that. Once you have this off, you can also go ahead and take orange testers to these needles. They'll look like new again. The zone is supposed to be red and that's supposed to be yellow. But I haven't found a good way of painting what was red again yet. So, in time, I suppose. But you can still paint all your trim. Like Tester's metallic silver is good for those rings. That's what I use them for. So you just take a really thin brush, and you just brush it on there, and then you make sure you have a little paper towel that you can dip in some paint thinner to rub inside here. Whatever you get over the side, you can wipe off immediately. Like I got a little bit on there years ago, but I just haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet because I was just trying to make my car presentable to take to car shows and stuff while I was driving it until I started restoring it. But it's getting restored now. It's almost done. But that's something for a different video, different time. So, that's that. Once you got it out of there, this is what you'll see. You'll see an OK check mark, so they approved of the installation, quality check, whatever. So that's that.